Hello, it's Charles with Uber Eats. Today is Wednesday, the 11th of March, 2026. And I am blessed and grateful because I received that precious gift of tomorrow with God's wake-up call today. And I got to see another day here in beautiful, sunny Tampa, Florida. And you also woke up this morning after receiving that precious gift of tomorrow with God's wake-up call, and you got to see another day here on earth. Not everybody went to sleep last night with the promise or even the hope possibly of getting to see another day here on earth. So I, for one, am most definitely blessed and grateful that God gave me that wake-up call and I got to see another day here in beautiful, sunny Tampa, Florida. But honestly, I went to sleep last night in the camper being blessed for everything I've got. I'm relatively healthy. I've got a fantastic place to sleep every night in the camper, in a safe place to sleep in the camper. I'm building a wonderful Uber Eats business where God has put me in this time and place here in Tampa, Florida. And I get to enjoy all the delicious food anytime, anywhere I want here in Tampa. So God is good. God is great. Always and always. Amen. I've already poured out my drink in my free cup of ice in my Starbucks cup. You see that? Free ice. And this morning I went with this tea and lemonade flavor, Monster Rehab, Revive, Refresh, Recover. And with today being the 11th of March, and this can saying L2515, L is the 12th letter of the alphabet. So this can was made December the 15th of last year. So you've got 16 days left in December, and then January and February. So this can is 2 months, 16 and 11 days, so 27 days and 2 months old. It's a very fresh can of this Monster Rehab, and it is very good, ice cold. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. The time right now is 5:09 a.m. and with weather-atlas.com saying the sun will rise today in Tampa at 7:43. That's 2 hours, 34 minutes from now. And according to that website, the sun will set this evening at 7:36 p.m. So today, Tampa will enjoy over 11 hours and 53 minutes of daylight. I'm sitting up here at my normal spot outside here at the Circle K at my normal pump. And fortunately, gas has not gotten any higher. It's still high, but it's not risen from yesterday. Gas this morning at this Circle K is at $3.69, and that's what it was yesterday. But according to AAA and Gas Buddy, gas has gone up in the state of Florida and the United States. It's gone up 9 more cents in Florida to $3.68, and it's gone up 6 more cents in the average price has gone up 6 cents in the United States to $3.53. So this Circle K is higher than the Florida state average by 9 cents. And it's higher than the average price in the United States by 16 cents. And gas, in fact, has gone up higher in the state of Florida. The price has gone up faster in Florida than most other states. When I first moved here, Florida was in the middle group, the middle 10. Average price of gas in the United States. Now it's in the top 10 highest prices of gas in the United States. As of this morning, you've got California being the highest, naturally. Then you got Washington State, Hawaii, Nevada, Oregon, Arizona, Alaska, and then there goes Florida. So Florida is actually in the highest 8, is the highest 8 prices of gas of all the states in the United States. I had a fantastic day delivering with Uber Eats, and I'm well on my way to hitting my 110 mark, where I'll earn an extra $240. I did 17 trips towards that on Monday, and I did 18 more trips towards that goal of 110 yesterday, so I'm now at 35 trips completed. And to ensure that I'll hit that mark by the end of my day, my work day on Saturday, I'm I mapped out what I need to do to hit that goal. I need to do 18 trips today, 20 trips on Thursday, 17 more trips on Friday, and 20 trips on Saturday, and I will hit my goal of 110 this week and make an extra $240 on top of my earnings. So I most definitely can do it. It's just whether I'll be doing it on Saturday or Sunday is the question. I had all great numbers come through the app yesterday, looking at my Uber Eats results from completing Tuesday's business. Tuesday, the 10th of March. I'm still at 99% customer satisfaction. My canceled percent is still at 4%. I haven't had any more of those drop off yet. My on-time deliveries is still at 97%. I arrived at stores, restaurants, and customers' homes on time 97% of the time yesterday. My acceptance score went down by 2 percentage points. I accepted 90% of the orders that came through the app. But I had many more people respond to my survey yesterday after reminding all my customers to give me a rating on the app. It looks like I had 23 upvotes yesterday. So my Deliver with Care went up 5 to 695. My friendly score went up 4 to 612. I had 6 more people respond that I was quick and efficient. I'm now at 602 respondents there. I had 3 more people said I used good communication skills in my service yesterday. I'm now at 596. And 5 more people said I delivered with a perfect handoff. I now have 573 people responding that I delivered food to the door with a perfect handoff. So all great results yesterday after completing Tuesday's business here in Tampa, Florida. And some of the best news I got yesterday was one of the tips I received. It was a McDonald's order, and it was around the middle of the day. Yeah, it was trip number 6. I delivered McDonald's from the Martin Luther King location for Vera. Vera was scheduled to pay me a total of $4.67 with a fare of $2 and a tip of $2.67, but after completing the delivery an hour later, it got closed out, and Vera added $20 more to my tip. She actually tipped me $22.67. So I'm not sure what I did, Vera. I completed the delivery early, and I followed through with all your delivery requests, but I do that with all my customers. So thank you so much, Vera, for the $22.67 tip you gave me. I really appreciate that. That really made my day. I made $24.67 just for delivering McDonald's to Vera. Thank you so much, Vera. That was very kind and overly generous. I really appreciate you, Vera. That really made me happy. But other than finding out what weather-atlas.com had to say about the sunrise time and sunset time today, I also wrote down what weather I can expect here in Tampa, Florida. And that website says, on Wednesday, the 11th of March, skies are expected to be clear and full of sunshine. Oh, I need to make a note of before I go any further, I need to make a note of the Mega Million results from yesterday. I played the $5 Mega Million ticket yesterday, and I did not hit any numbers. The number that came through on the Mega for the drawing that was held on the 10th of March was 16, 21, 30, 35, 65. That might be a 68, 65, and Mega Million 7. And 1 person hit it in Illinois. So it's back down to 20 million for the next drawing, which I believe is on Friday. So 1 person hit it in Illinois. A lucky person hit the grand prize of the Mega Million in Illinois. But anyway, on with the weather from weather-atlas.com. It said on Wednesday, the 11th of March, skies are expected to be clear and full of sunshine. The high will be a hot 88 degrees in Tampa on Wednesday, the 11th of March, and the low, a delightful 68. So we've got another fantastic weather day here in Tampa, Florida. Beautiful weather. Precipitation is at 11%, humidity 67%, with winds out of the south at 10 miles an hour. And then I also asked Meta AI about the weather, and this is how it responded to my question. It said Tampa's weather for Wednesday, the 11th of March, is looking sunny with a nearly high record temperature reaching 88 degrees and a low of 69. You can expect mainly sunny skies with highs blowing at 5 to 10 miles an hour out of the south, with only a slight chance of rain, 10%. The reason it referenced a high record temperature is because I noted in my question that one of the cities near Tampa Bay, in Tampa Bay, had tied a recent record high temperature. It was up some city up north in the Tampa Bay area, so that's why it referred to a record high temperature reaching 88 degrees here in Tampa. So, and then I checked out what the YouTube page 10 Tampa Bay News had to say about the weather, and this YouTube broadcast had Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins on there. He said Bobby Deskins is calling for rain late Thursday evening and for that to move out before daybreak the following day, Friday morning. So we're going to have rain Thursday night going into Friday morning. But today we can expect a high of 87 and a low of 69. We may see record tying heat Wednesday. He said on back in 1924, March 12th, 1994, we're expected to tie the record high set back in 1924 on March 12th, which was 87 degrees. We may tie that here in Tampa, is what Bobby Deskin said. We're seeing much higher temperatures here in Tampa Bay as of recent than we can expect to see. High temperatures can be this around the middle of March for Tampa Bay. I wrote down all the deliveries I completed for Tuesday, March 10th. And like I said, I had 18 customers, and it looks like I did 12 trips. So I had several doubles and a couple triples in there, I believe. I started out the day with a double. I picked up Starbucks on Fletcher and Telecom for Andy. And the second half of that double was a Subway order. I picked up Subway from River International Drive for Adrian. Adrian and Andy, they tipped me $7 through the app, and I made a fare of $6.28. So I made $13.28 for picking up that double for Andy and Adrian. Thank you so much for the fares and the tips, Andy and Adrian. I really appreciate the both of you so much. After that, I picked up a single for Chase. Chase wanted Southport FTL. I picked up a nut and a bolt for Chase from a hardware store for his air conditioning unit. It said it was a nut and bolt for an air conditioning unit, so that was more or less a courier saver pickup. But they didn't call it a courier saver pickup. It was just, I guess this place called Southport is hooked up with Uber Eats, so it was kind of like a restaurant run, but for parts, I guess is the best way to put it. So thank you, Chase, for the $5.69 tip and the fare I earned. I earned a fare of $2. I made $7.69 altogether for picking up that nut and bolt for Chase from Southport FTL on Highway 301. Thank you so much for that, Chase. I appreciate you. After that, I did another single. Trip number 3 was a single for Dave. Dave wanted Popeye's chicken picked up from Tampa Gateway. I made a fare of $2 and I got tipped $8.69, so I made $10.69 for picking up that Popeye order for Dave. Thank you so much for the very generous, nearly $9 tip, Dave. I really appreciate that. After dropping off Dave's Popeye order, I went on to pick up trip number 4. This was another single. Lacey wanted Starbucks from Pletcher and Telecom. That was the same one I did for Andy's order. Lacey tipped me $2.49 and I earned a fare of $2, so made $4.49 for Lacey's Starbucks order. Thank you for the fare and the tip, Lacey. I really appreciate you. Then I went on another, a courier saver. Trip number 5 was a courier saver for Tanya. Tanya, through the app, she paid me $6.44 for picking up that order. And when I get there, she paid me an additional $3 in cash. So I actually made $9.44 for that courier saver. Thank you so much for the extra tip I earned for that order. And thank you for the fare of $6.44, Tanya. I really appreciate you. That was very kind and generous of you, Tanya. Thank you so much for that. I wasn't expecting a tip. I generally don't get tips, cash tip or otherwise, through when I do courier savers. It's just a base fare that I earned. So that was above and beyond what you had to do, Tanya. I really appreciate that. And then I went on trip number 6, was another single for Vera. This was that customer that gave me an additional $20 tip, which was more than I could hope for or expect, Vera. Thank you so much. I made $24.67 for picking up McDonald's from the Martin Luther King location. Thank you so much, Vera, for that. I really appreciate you. Then I went on a double. Number 7 was a double for Leon and Larry. Leon wanted Shira Kitchen on Adamo, and Larry wanted Fruit Freak Acai on Brandon. That Fruit Freak Acai is a ghost kitchen that operates out of Raining Berries on Brandon Boulevard. Larry and Leon, they tipped me $15 and I earned a fare of $6.32, so made $21.32 for picking up Larry and Leon's orders from Shira Kitchen and Fruit Freak Acai on Brandon Boulevard. Thank you so much, Larry and Leon. I really appreciate the both of you. That was very kind and generous. Then after dropping off Larry's Fruit Freak Acai order, I went on another double. This was for Claudia and Kara. Claudia wanted Kakai on North Himes, and Kara wanted Saigon Deli on Waters Avenue. They tipped me $7 through the app, and I earned a fare of $2.39, so I made $9.39 for picking up those 2 orders. Thank you so much, Claudia and Kara, for your generosity and kindness. I really appreciate the both of you. Then I did another double for Roger and Mark. Roger wanted pot roast and vegetables picked up from the Golden Corral on Hillsborough, and Mark wanted a Chinese picked up from Tokyo Town on Town and Country. Mark and Roger, they tipped me $11.21 through the app and I earned a fare of $4, so made $15.21 for picking up that very simple double to do. These 2 places were very close together, so it was a very simple double to do. So thank you so much, Roger and Mark. I appreciate the both of you for your business and the very generous tip of over $11. Then I did a single. I picked up a single order, number 10, for Alex. Alex wanted McDonald's picked up from Ehrlich Road. I earned a fare of $2 and Alex tipped me $4, so I made $6 for picking up that McDonald's order. After dropping off Alex's McDonald's order, this looks like another double. Susie and Ron. Yeah. Susie wanted No, I'm mistaken. This was a triple. I had to squeeze it all in because I was running out of room. But so Susie wanted Chili Bar and Grill on North Dale Mabry. Jay wanted Chick-fil-A on Ehrlich. And Ron wanted Hiccup Asian Cuisine and Churraholic. That's I know I've never been to that restaurant before, but that's the name of that place. It's quite a name that I'll never forget. It's called Hiccup's Asian Cuisine and Churraholic Desserts on Dale Mabry for Ron. Ron, Susie, and Jay, they tipped me $14 through the app, and I made a tip of $7.11. So I made $21.11, which is a fantastic earnings for a triple. So I made great money yesterday, and I'm well on my way to making that extra $240. So I just had a wonderful day, and this weather was fantastic. So no complaints at all from yesterday. Just a wonderful day, and I had a wonderful breakfast at McDonald's. So just a great day all around. So I couldn't be happier with everything that happened for me yesterday. Beautiful day. After dropping off, thank you so much, Ron, Susie, and Jay, for the very generous $14 tip, and thank you for the 7-Eleven fare I got for your order. So thank you so much, Ron, Susie, and Jay. I appreciate all three of you. I appreciate all my customers yesterday. And then I wrapped up the day with trip number 12, was another double. Deborah, this was for Deborah and John. Deborah wanted First Watch on Northdale Mabry, and John wanted Hungry Greek on Van Dyke. Deborah and John, they tipped me $9, and I earned a fare of $4.21, so I made $13.21 for picking up Deborah and John's orders from First Watch and Hungry Greek. Thank you so much, Deborah and John, for the overly generous $9 tip. I appreciate that. Well, I'm going to wrap this up and get into the McDonald's here in a little bit and enjoy another wonderful breakfast. God bless you all, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. I hope you have a great week. I hope you're having a great week like I am. Talk to you soon.